I've excused you for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so down caught in the middle.
What an absolute crazy year you guys have had. I mean, from performing at Longitude to now literally just exploding onto the scene. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, well, it has been pretty crazy. That gig at Longitude felt like a bit of a turning point. There was a couple of festivals that felt like that, and that was definitely one of them. We had probably one of the biggest crowds we'd had at the time, and obviously in Ireland we didn't expect it, so it was mad.
There are some very dark points on the album, and then so many threads of that going through the music. Was that difficult, I guess, writing that and coming out on the other side? Was it difficult to just let it go and leave it?
I think we'd always intended to write a generally dark record. You know, whether it's musically or Hannah's lyrics, it seems to come quite naturally in a way. So not that we're particularly dark people, but I guess it's more. It's not. I wouldn't even say it's necessarily a darkness, but it's like an atmosphere that we try to create. So.
Excuse me for a while, turn a blind eye with a stare caught right in the middle.
Where do you find, I guess, the inspiration for those lyrics?
I've always written sad-sounding piano pieces, and Dan and Dot write quite, you know, melancholic kind of music as well. So sometimes the lyrics just fit with the music that is inspiring me at the time. Or I just think that if you are a creative person, that those kind of feelings lend themselves naturally to being expressed, you know, in that kind of way.
There's so many comparisons with you guys. I mean, people say the XX and Florence and the Machine. Does that get annoying at a stage? Because like you have achieved everything on your own part. Are you sick of those comparisons?
We definitely seem to get them a lot less now. I think that's what happens, and I think that's part of being a new band, that you almost have to earn that right to be considered, you know, like individual in that respect. So, but we were never annoyed by any. I mean, I don't, you know, not any particular references that really annoyed us, but the XX one did get a bit old after a while.
It was probably more old for them than us. We were just like, cool.
Excuse me for a while I'm wide-eyed and I'm so down caught in the middle.
Sex and Ministry, obviously, it's huge at the moment, you know, with Lily Allen and all that sort of stuff. And obviously the debacle with BBC Radio 1, you know, asking people to judge your image, I guess, on Twitter. What's your reaction to it, and how did you feel at the time?
It was unfortunate, and there was an element of it that I think was sexist in the way that they asked people to text in and discuss. At the same time, when it did happen, I mean, I'm really fortunate in the way that I'm in, you know, a very happy bubble with my band, and it didn't seem important. It doesn't make it okay that happened.
They better playlist your album for future generations to come. Or I will be sending some angry text messages to them.
They did apologise.
Yeah.
They sent an email to us apologising as well. I don't think it meant any harm. It was just naughty.
Are you already working on a new album, or?
We've got some ideas, and I think obviously that takes time, but we're excited to just be writing, and I think the festivals will be big because this year was obviously such a developmental period for us, so to be able to hopefully do some good slots next year will be really exciting.
Seems so strong, yeah, man, speaks so long. My love, you've been so